Hey, everybody just want to realize before any pain come back. I shouldn't have moved. I should have stayed in this position. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Everybody Diamond Entertainment. I'm still trying to bring it to y'all while I'm still in the hospital. Give y'all a little time to come in, play some music while y'all come in. Mm. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I just want to chime in with y'all. Well, I feel a little better. I ain't gonna lie to you, this pain is hurt me like a MF. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh, Texas Sam Pearl safely. Thank you. Hey, Mr. J, Lee, Tiffany, Bed, how y'all doing? Mhm. Okay. I was trying to figure out who. I've been trying to go through some notes, and I know they was talking like Roshonda Landfair mama was sleeping with Robert. Tell him give you some drugs, this stuff. The pharmacy just came up. I've been taking pain pills. I don't like taking pills, but I was hurting so bad. I had to take the pain pill with the pharmacy. Hopefully I go home today. I want to be in my own home. I can't, you know, they having a problem getting my me to blow wind and to blow wind and do the number two. I can't do that. I told him I have to do it in the private of my own home because you had me cracking up about your OCD. I know even the doctor, the nurse told the doctors and everybody. So it's two. my room is separate, see, and it's another person on the other side. But they got it where I use that restroom by myself because I wasn't gonna go use the restroom if somebody I don't know using it. So, and if I'm talking a little low and breathing a little low because it hurts to breathe hard, normal. So I try to. Uh, they gave it to me, Mr. J. They said it's gonna knock me out. So when I get home, I'll take one. My son and my sister, they were like, we don't know how we're gonna get you up there. You stay here. I said, I'll get up there. The doctor said, you wanna go home? I'm like, yes, sir, I wanna go home. They wanna keep me and I don't wanna go. I didn't know they medicate for that. I must talk with my doctor about that. They they started off with the Tylenol and Motrin to see if it's a hey, stand up to be counted. She in here now. Big Red, how y'all doing? Fresh TV, how you doing? Mad supporter. Who else? Miss Johnson, TJ. I don't want to miss anybody. Lee, what's up? Did I put the link in? I thought I put the link in. People trying to drug me up, y'all. I ain't having it. I'm not having it. That's the link if y'all want to come in and talk about it. OCD because I got it bad, girl. You got it bad. Honey, only thing they're gonna give you is the volume, a volume to take. They had to give me a shot. I was in let me turn this music down. I was in they was worried. They were really worried because okay. Come on in, Mr. J. And tell me what the hell going down.
I
Because
just
every
want to
time
say
I
one.
try to
I just
read
want
it
to say
and
one
listen to
thing.
Miss Tracy,
I only
huh?
came in here for one thing only. How the fuck? And I do mean
I
how the
don't know.
fuck
This is a
can you
crazy
have
ass song.
the
Hold up.
prosecution
Damn
bring
song.
somebody that extorted R. Kelly on there to talk about he bought the tapes back to R. Kelly. He was hired by R. Kelly to get the tapes back. And then clearly
Yeah, I
through his
heard something
goddamn
about they said,
testimony, say
give me
this
the
nigga up here was
MFK,
extorting them.
but
Like what type of shit?
we got these mammies. Hold up.
You got the nigga that put out the tape and told
We got these
motherfuckers, yeah, I
damn
copied the
mammies.
tape 4 and 5 times. He done copied the tape 3, 4, and 5 times. He done gave motherfuckers tape, then threatened McDavid, and all of his transactions was through Daryl McDavid. He never once said R. Kelly gave him no goddamn money.
And then I tell y'all that. That's why I made that Barry Hankerson video with Daryl McDavis and all these people. No, nobody talked to Robert, and then Don Russell trying to show y'all and prove to y'all for this case, but y'all ran him off. He was saying, he was showing where Robert would fight these cases of these people suing. He showed us five, and he beat those cases. He even beat the
This
one.
nigga
He even
said
beat the. He
he
even beat the.
sued R. Kelly for the remaining money, got 100,000 from Darren McDavid again, and then turned around, shut up for a while, came back, and then what's so funny? Michael Avenatti is the representative of this nigga.
You didn't
So
remember? You didn't
Michael
remember? I showed
Avenatti
them lawsuit.
asked
Remember when
for
I? You remember I showed the video of them Freeman sued Robert, Daryl McDavid sued Robert. They did dirt, and Robert did the only thing about it, and they sued him. And that's what Dunn was trying to show everybody. Hey, if Robert do about it, he would have fought the case. He said just like these here. he fought the case and he won, but they didn't never bring it to him. They was doing backdoor shit, And Jeremy Davis, all he was trying to do was save his job. And then you have Chuck and Keith broke asses, and Keith has a gambling problem. He play poker all the time. He go into these poker tournaments and stuff like that. And it's just a bunch of lazy people. And then you have Roshonda. Um, Roshonda mom. They said she laid up with him too. And so if you look back, Mr. J, if you look back, oh God. So if you look back, you'll see nobody, he didn't go find anyone, right? They came to Robert. Robert didn't go out hunting for nobody. They came to him, right? You know why I
Yeah,
said it's some messed up stuff here, how they
I'd say
doing this
that.
game.
Kansas City, a long way from Chicago. Where you niggas come from? Let's say we got Kansas City, we got Baltimore, we got Florida, we got Texas.
Keith and Chuck was one in that group Robert had. They was in the group. It was four of them. Why the other ones ain't talking? And see, and Lisa Van Allen and them, she was feeding them off Robert's money. So
Wait,
that's
he said
that's
that
a
he went
shame.
to a house in Atlanta and a young girl opened the door and he just looked at the VHS, that the VHS tapes. It was three tapes. One of them was on the VCR. The VCR. He ain't say nothing about this.
Didn't he say the other ones like trip to Disney World and stuff?
Yep. And he I'm guessing that he made copies of the shit, gave Michael
Mm.
Avenatti a copy of the shit. And then that's what brings us to the step that we at now. He asked for another $1 million.
Trying to bribe just like Roshonda not is it not Roshonda, yeah, Roshonda bribe too, but what's the crazy girl, the Johnson girl, what's her name?
Yeah,
Geronda Pace, yeah. And so, she tried to go back 4 times. And that's what I was saying. I said all this is an extortion. And homeboy, one of his buddies tried to bring him. Over 1 second, y'all. Yes, Bill. They brought the whatever that stuff is. She said it's real powerful to take it at night. Yeah, they trying to find a way in here. They trying to come in now. Okay. Oh, I'm trying not to move. Oh my God. You can, yeah, you might have to come on this side. Go ahead and talk. While she finna take my IV out. So, Mr. J, go ahead. You can go ahead and talk.
Well, that's where the good drugs be at, in the IV.
Well, it's got my arm sore. Right, it's on this side.
How can prosecution bring the extortioner that said that he didn't copy this tape 3 or 4 times and gave it to different people and showed it to people? So really, he's the manufacturer of it. It's almost like somebody commit the crime and they trying to put it off on him. Tomorrow should be an interesting testimony. Cross exam. Exactly, Big Red. And clearly he said I wasn't going to turn over the tape. because the police wasn't gonna give me $1 million. And these are the type of people that y'all give immunity to. Y'all give immunity to all the criminals just to try to sell y'all a story. Yeah, Big Red. She's saying more than that. Hell, I would be. And then for him to be like, she gave the tapes to some people in Atlanta and shit, but you the only nigga that's manufacturing these tapes and shit. Yeah, okay. I see their whole case is built off criminals and liars and shit and extortionists.
The mama was talking about they were broke. Then Jennifer Bunjean break it out, and said that they owned a store, a shoe store for 20 years. And
Yeah, they're
then
trying
and then her husband was on the road, and then Sticks was working too, the son. But now they saying that the mama was screwing Robert.
yeah, it turns out that yeah, Big Red, that's correct. And then on top of that, you had a testimony from the extortionist today. He clearly saying that R. Kelly wasn't at none of these meetings where money and it was talked about. Even when, he allegedly came to R. Kelly's house. He met with their one-on-one with R. Kelly, they said, and then he went and met with Daryl McDavid. But with Daryl McDavid wanted to make sure he wouldn't wear no wires. But if I'm hiring you to do a job and shit, I don't need to bring muscle with me. Like this nigga said that he had to bring several individuals with him. That's funny. But it seems that they're basing their case off that fake video and extortion artists and criminals and shit. Which leads me to believe is that the same individual that's in the indictment that they said still committing crimes. Nope, I don't believe that. Because if that was the case, has anybody noticed that the feds got 100 devices? They'd went in inside of R. Kelly's home. They did all of these searching, and not once did they find any type of tapes.
So what the mama say though? I didn't get. I was
But
trying to
these
listen
criminals
to
popping
Miss.
up with these tapes. Now, mind you, he's supposed to have hundreds of tapes, and he's supposed to be been recording all his sexual prowesses. But
But
yet, did nobody find no tapes besides
but
the ones that the prosecution have, and they didn't even find it on R. Kelly's personal. They didn't find it inside his home.
okay. But what I'm saying, if a person recording their affair, right, and they put it in the shelf, put all the tapes on the shelf. He to me, I'm like, so did he know any better? People steal your stuff. They come in his house, he in the privacy of his home having sex. And if somebody get your tape, Mr. J, you gonna try to find it too, because you don't want your stuff all out there in the public.
No, but I'm saying, why haven't The authorities found any other tapes on his persona. It's
Yeah.
impossible for me to be obsessed with recording sex and y'all did not find not one tape, but y'all saying I paid to get these tapes back. So where did I put these tapes if I paid to get them back? Darren McDavid said he never received any tapes from Chuck, that they just kept
Wow.
trying to extort him, saying that it was tapes, but it was no tapes.
What?
And then let's not
Oh,
forget that it was no audio in the tapes that hit the damn streets. So all of a
Lord.
sudden it has audio. I say
That's
that
what
again.
I'm saying. Okay, but what man gonna have a woman to say 15, 14-year-old pussy and then gonna record it and put it on in the shelf on the shelf? You remember his brother said he was getting some videos to watch, and I wouldn't put it past Carrie. This was a Carrie or Bruce that got a video. It was
That's
Carrie.
good.
Yeah, so he was trying to blackmail his brother too. But there was women on there. His brother Bruce was like those were white women, grown women. But my thing is, what man gonna say have sex and record and have a minor to give their age? And that's why I said that them tapes is rigged. And I would tell if I was Jennifer and them, it's like if y'all don't can't come up with the original tape, ain't nobody going for this bullshit.
Big Red. It's funny you
What's up,
mentioned Linda
Mac and Rachel? And who's this?
because
Town Benzin.
if y'all Google Jack Palladino, you'll figure out that allegedly in February 1st of 2001, he was murdered through a robbery, alleged robbery. He was killed
Mm.
during a robbery, February 1st, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
But they're blaming this guy for setting up these meetings. And if y'all look at his history, this man has been a private investigator for some of the top stars in the game and shit. So I don't think that he's going to risk his reputation on CP.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. What I think they should start having. They trying to pick out all these educate professionals, but it should be middle class. Just different varieties of jurors. So this rich man, know about extortion and stuff.
Let's hope that's the case.
It's just you could have rolled the bag. You carried the bag. It's a roller.
Because right now they letting all the criminals, they done gave all the criminals immunity.
Uh, uh, okay. Okay. I was hurt so bad, y'all. I'm finna try to get up and get dressed. I'm gonna let Mr. J keep continue to talk. But at the same time, my question is, what person gonna have sex with an underage and then record it and have them to call out their name? Who does that? And does it make sense?
Nope.
I think they had to add some auto, like, cause everybody that I talked to, they said they didn't. It wasn't. They didn't have no sound unless when they had them recording, they messed up the sound. And why did same tape thing come up for the prosecutors in 2008 saying this girl hollering she got a 14-year-old thing, but my sister said she
That
was
would have been
sleeping.
the
She was
smoking gun.
Yeah, and so that would have been the main one. And so my thing is like Michael, I forgot my train of thought, y'all. I got a big headache. Um, my thing is why they didn't bring it up in 2008? Where these tapes come
Right.
from?
Like
Why?
people
Why?
didn't talk. That was the shit that Michael Avenatti put out here. He said that shit, that's what was going on the tape. So, and then you turn around, he's being
Can you
represented
hear
by
me?
who? Michael
He
Avenatti.
Michael Avenatti got the Johnson got Johnson. and he was trying to work with the Clarys because he wanted to get out of debt. He was gonna extort Robert and have them to extort Robert so he can get money. That's why he came out on live said he had them taped trying to shake up Robert. But if you went online saying you had them taped, you weren't gonna get no money no way. Oh Lord, uh, I'm putting on my shoes. I ain't gonna
Yeah, yeah, big
walk
girl.
around.
You got that
Oh.
right. If he like underage, then why lie about your age? That and why ask for ID? I don't know no pedophiles just asking for
I'm
ID.
laying down, but I gotta get up now. But thank you so much. Is it PDQ? Did I pronounce her name right, Mr. J? PDQ? Oh,
Yeah,
oh, girl, I don't know. Yeah, I have some slides in my bag. Huh? I'm gonna put that dress on. Mhm. I still haven't able to burp. Oh, let me put it on speaker. They gave me a Shasta. Oh, mm. Oh, Mr. J, go ahead. Let me mute myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I muted myself. Mr. J.
yes, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay, okay.
believe. Kansas City, y'all, has a history. It has a long history. That's the city where Mac Dre get killed off at. That's you know, Kansas City. That's also the city where they tried to extort Snoop Dogg. Kansas City. Yeah. And long and behold, we have a person that gave a polygraph test. Where is he from? Kansas City. Go figure. Hey, Miss Duncan, how you doing?
Uh, uh,
Well, Shaniqua, you know exactly what I'm talking about. R.I.P. Mac Dre. But yeah,
mm.
Kansas City. For those who know the history of Kansas City, niggas there ain't such nice individuals and shit. Matter of fact, even when I heard his name was about to hit the stand, he was gonna be the next person to hit the stand and shit. I knew it then. I say, oh, one of the niggas that extorted R. Kelly or attempted to. But in all actuality, if y'all read the threads and shit, then you'll see Derek McDavid's name just keeps popping up and shit.
Let them come up. Okay. I told them I might have to
Nigga
come
ain't
back.
getting no money from Kels. He just kept on getting money from Derek McDavid and shit.
Thank you. Mr. J. Mr. J.
Man,
Okay, I was just trying to make sure you're on. Okay.
I'm reading the comments.
Okay.
And guess, Miss Duncan, they was trying to extort R. Kelly. It's evident. But I can't believe the prosecution actually gave this dude immunity for making copies of what y'all said that Mr. Kelly did. Thought y'all said that he tried to manufacture some shit and try to duplicate shit, trying to. I don't think uh if we go by old dude's story and shit, obviously R. Kelly ain't want the tape to come out. So he wasn't trying to manufacture shit. But I guess that's just y'all way of saying that he recorded some shit. But by the other dude's testimony about the house, he said it was cameras in the goddamn light and the what he thought was the fire detectors and shit, fire alarms or whatever the fuck that shit was. Who said he put those in? Last time I checked, R. Kelly ain't no damn electrician. They want a guy with a fifth grade IQ to do a whole lot at this point. Yeah, Big Red. I think that he's a big ass part of this goddamn plot. This should be a very interesting cross exam and shit. You had one of the reporters saying that R. Kelly smiled when he seen Chuck on the stand and shit. I would have smiled too, like, hold on, I can't believe this nigga about to testify. He can't be serious. Yep, Shaniqua. R. Kelly is the jack of all trades. He does it all. And he does this all while making these hits that everybody loves and going on tours every so often. Well, not every so often because he's always on tour. He barely take a month off. But that's neither here or there. He got time to work out extortion plots and run around the country to each state, like, Baltimore's. He got time to go to New Jersey and Texas and Florida. He got time to do all this. Kansas City and shit. He got time to do it all. Absolutely, Miss Duncan. Lisa Van Allen's story was totally different from what he said, though. Which that's gonna be the thing, especially if she has to hit the stand, which I'm pretty sure she will. Her story would not match up with his. No, of course, I don't believe that he knew it was cameras in there either. And then, they tried to make a big thing about him having a button to let the door open and shit, which I came to realize that a lot of celebrities in their house have panic rooms and shit. Michael Jackson had a panic room and shit. And they tried to make it a criminal thing for him too. So we already see where they're going with this. Oh, she couldn't get out if she wanted to, type shit. Bullshit. Yeah, finished rising. I guess Chuck was an artist and shit. And he came in there and he was talking to R. Kelly while he was working on some music and shit. And he was gonna be a rapper and shit and drop a verse. I highly doubt it. Big Red, I believe that. Yeah, they gave everybody immunity and shit. That's what the government does and shit, and give them Section 8 and PPP loans and shit. Because at the end of the day, The government with their shenanigans, their case just revolves around one thing and one thing only. Welcome to 2008. Which the biggest thing now, they claim that Mr. Kelly was trying to hide Rashona from Rashonda or whatever, however you say her damn name. Um, he was trying to hide them, but they were never subpoenaed. So if they were never subpoenaed, then what the fuck am I hiding for? You know, of course, mom said that that was the press and shit that they was trying to hide from. My guess is Jim Derogatis. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't give a fuck. They said it wasn't him. It was him. It was him because his ass been stuck in R. Kelly for like ever since the beginning of the time. So it's him. No, all of these people. I haven't seen an idiot, and I usually don't even address idiots, but I just seen this idiot online and shit. When Chuck, you know, he's online, he's giving his testimony, and I see just one idiot jump their ass out the window and call this nigga an enabler. And I thought to myself, I was like, this nigga don't work for R. Kelly. Clearly, clearly, this nigga ain't work for R. Kelly and shit. He tried to make it seem like they was friends and shit. Black people, and I know that that person that said that comment had to be black. Black people, start using y'all damn brain and shit. Stay off these people goddamn feeds and shit when you gonna say little dumbass comments because you want to feed the goddamn narrative of R. Kelly being guilty. Whatever the fuck you think about him being guilty, that's on your own time and shit. But it doesn't negate the simple fact of your fucking stupidity to think that this motherfucker worked for him. Think what you want. Have your opinions, whatever, whatever, whatever. But don't be stupid. Don't let your opinions come from a place of stupidity. Miss Williams, that could be the case. Yep. The house go through inspection before closing. That is correct. But he also said that he threw out the cameras and he didn't know if anything was on them. He didn't bother to check these cameras. So for him to even talk about it was a mute point. That and the media wanted to share exhibits. Well, not the media, but the prosecution wanted to share exhibits with the media. So that's where y'all see those photos posted to try to get this nigga story some type of credence. But I want some damn ice cream now. So when R. Kelly done with all this foolishness and shit, I'm going to his house. I hear that he got an ice cream room and shit. So he got a Baskin Robbins in his house, y'all. Not a damn McDonald's or anything like everybody would like to think and shit. He got Baskin Robbins instead. It's an ice cream room and he's serving ice cream cones and shit. Cause that's what I hear. So we gonna go over there and get us some ice cream and shit.
So what else happened? I'm sorry, I was um, working with the nurse. So well, who was that? Chuck. So Keith next, right? Is
Huh?
Keith next? Is Keith? Is he next?
No, we got cross exam tomorrow because
For
the
oh for
prosecution took about 3 4 fucking hours with this nigga and his stories.
oh
And
the
the contradiction, like when you read
Chuck.
the thread, you're gonna see the contradiction of what this nigga was saying and shit. It was
But
almost
you
like
know what?
he had to throw R. Kelly in the situation because R. Kelly, he didn't have any business dealings with R. Kelly. He only had business dealings with McDavid, allegedly. So he had to throw R. Kelly in there, like, I got a call from R. Kelly. And June pulled up in the car with R. Kelly on the phone. Yeah, nigga, you on some real mob shit. Like, get in the car, nigga. You got a phone call. R.
Well,
Kelly's on the phone.
I'm gonna put it like this: if you was scared of them, why y'all try to extort for money? If y'all ain't nobody that's scared of somebody gonna try to extort them for money, right? They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna step to them like that.
He got in the car with June Brown without his muscle because he said he was carrying around muscle and he came with several guys. Why would I need to come with several guys if I'm working for R. Kelly?
Mm, mm, mm.
You acting like R. Kelly got goons around him and shit. But then when you
Well,
show up, you don't see R. Kelly there. You see Darren McDavid and a Palladino dude. That don't make sense. Then you go get the tapes, and I thought he was about to say some gangster shit happened, or he had to go see some niggas for the tapes. This nigga said he walked in and a little girl pointed him
um,
to the living room.
oh, oh, shoot.
He don't knock it off. What's going on, Trigger?
Mm. Hey, Trigger and Zoe and Williams. Mm, y'all. Uh, mm.
I thought some gangster shit was about to go off. That nigga said he showed up to the door, and a young girl opened the door and pointed to the living room. I
But they
thought you
scared of. But he's a what you call it? I'm gonna have to lay down till these people come. I'm gonna have to lay down. Ah, I need to charge a
no,
piece.
Freeman wasn't. That was the polygraph examiner, Big Red. That
Okay,
was Kelly Brown.
who on the stand now for cross exam? It's
Uh,
always at the bottom.
Freeman's still on there. Chuck's still on there.
You know what? We I can get it's always at the bottom. So I wonder. In a way, it's a good thing to wait to cross examine. Because you get a chance to add more stuff to your questions, and you can go back and read the transcript. I can, I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it. This pain medicine
Check,
wearing off too
check.
fast.
You said Lisa Van Allen stole the tape and gave it to some niggas.
And there was Chuck and Keys, them that group.
Wait, wait.
They was talking mess.
He said that Lisa Van Allen gave the tape to some niggas in Atlanta. He showed up to the house in Atlanta and a young girl opened the door and pointed him to the living room.
Mm. So
Not
all
no
these,
group of wait, I'm expecting like some young thug shit about to pop off. You show up in Atlanta and it's a group of niggas waiting on you with some tapes and a bag and they waiting on the money.
mm,
I'm thinking that he went down there and somebody he was going to exchange some money with
mm,
somebody. None of that took place. You just walked in, grabbed the tapes, and then left. Knock it off.
mm, mm.
I thought some gangster shit was about to happen. I swear I did. I was waiting on it. I'm like, this nigga about to testify some gangster shit happened.
Wait a minute, Big Red said his uncle is in the courtroom. I told y'all, I told you that 80-some-year-old man. I don't know if he gonna testify against Robert, but he went MIA. Miss Junebug, and they trying to play like he's so sick he can't come there. I don't think he want to come because he don't want to look at Robert in his face as much as he did for them. McDavis is a puppet master. I'm telling y'all, all these people. I told y'all. Um, Guard, what's his name? Um,
Yeah, Phoenix Rising, correct. Because even through opening statements from his own attorney, he said that he hired the Goosen dude. He hired the attorney dude.
and then Barry Hankerson hired McDavid, but McDavid stayed in there with Robert. I think um, old dude told him to stay in there.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think R. Kelly understood until his money ran out. Like
but
McDavid ain't no good. Let me fire him.
yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, McDavid left on the 2012, and he sued Robert. So he know I can sue his ass and get my money because he said he owed him for, but they put it like he owed him for working for him and he ain't pay. So it's he might testify on Robert. No, they said the feds had him. That's what they told me. That's what we were talking about. I said, well, I'm gonna have to see because I hope that man, if the feds get him and they over the feds, they testifying for the feds because Jennifer Bunjean would have had him on
Big,
her list.
Big Red, you yeah, yeah. It's some mighty spooky stuff going on where people just popping up robbed and dead and hit by
Mm-hmm,
cars and heart attacks
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
it just mighty
Make me,
strange.
make me think. I was laying in the bed thinking about them land fairs, and I said, if I'm wrong, God forgive me. But my opinion on that and Greg having a heart attack or whatever, they still haven't said what happened to Greg. It made me think that she didn't want him to know some things, just like the Clary. And that's why, and I'm gonna tell you something, his dogs will holler, right? Like Drea and Sparkle. They the main ones on cameras talking, making themselves look like angels. You see what I'm saying? His dogs will holler because Drill brought her ass out there talking about she met him reading the Bible and the light down on her face on the back of the bus. I'm like, you a damn lie. Everybody done said you was screwing him
Yeah,
in that room with them
I just
boys.
want to say
Yeah.
for the idiot, I ain't even gonna say for the idiots in the back. I'm just gonna say for those who don't use critical thinking. Just because it said that they had a threesome with it when they was adults doesn't mean that they didn't have intimate shit that happened beforehand. For those who don't know, use critical thinking and shit. Think Drea just woke up one day, oh yeah, you grown now, so I just want to have a sexual experience with you when she was
I'm
staying with them.
just like them Mayweathers.
But
I
okay,
believe I
I'm gonna
believe
leave
how
that
them
alone and let y'all
you
think that she only had threesomes with this girl when she was an adult.
also
If
now
that allegedly happened.
they trying to say they trying to say she slept with as an adult, but they're supposed to be your goddaughter, right?
Bingo. So regardless of the fact,
And she was young, right? And she was young, right? They said she was young, but a woman talking like that, acting like that, that girl been
Drea,
screwing.
Drea a woman, so she get the benefit of the doubt. R. Kelly gets the bare bones of the blame because it's R. Kelly and he a dude, a black
Okay, but
man.
why? My thing is why blame him when everybody coming to them, them madams, them mammies. Oh, oh Lord. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
You had people that
Oh.
jumped out and was direct with Drea and said, "Hey, your ass supposed to be in prison." But then you had those
Mhm.
that was asking questions. Drea, you wouldn't do nothing like that. Oh, tell me they wrong. Tell me they wrong.
So
Hey,
they still
we ain't the
taking
one
up
that
for
said it.
her.
We ain't the one that said it.
You
You
say
gotta
you
let
low?
the land fear that.
You don't have a charger piece for the
Same thing when
iPhone?
it came to Sparkle. You had people out there.
Well,
Oh,
Pee Wee can
Sparkle, you wouldn't do
Pee
that,
Wee
would
can
you?
park
They lying on you,
and
Sparkle.
then get
You
the
wouldn't do that.
wheelchair, and I take the ticket to what before they close. They close now.
Who
Pee
is
Wee
they?
slow.
We ain't the one that said it.
He's slow
That's
because if
not
he
our
would have came on
testimony.
time, I could have took that ticket down there and got it stamped.
So stop it with the they
Uh,
said.
how much was it? Okay. I didn't want y'all to have to be out of money and stuff going through there. I didn't want y'all to be out of money going through that parking. Okay. Uh, oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Mm. But y'all, the picture that they put up with Azrael and Joy walking with a woman with a black hat, and they talking about there was a matter. Remember, I told everybody, I said that ain't no matter. I said that girl Azrael mama. Same hat. She shouldn't have wore that outfit when she did an interview. Same hat, same clothes, and she like wearing dark clothes. And I believe this person when they said that she screwed Robert. I say allegedly.
Look, look here. Look here. I ain't about to say alleged. Forget these people. Like I said, they did that shit, and the mama, you up there being all easy, uneasy. See, look, he done ran through the whole goddamn family. He done ran through the aunt. He done ran through the mama. He allegedly got the daughter. Now we don't know what age he got the daughter. Nobody's denying the relationship. Nobody even questioned that at this point in time.
But my thing is, they act like he went
That's
and
not up for
kidnapped them.
discussion. Right
They
now, we
came to
arguing allegations.
they came
That's
to
what's going
him
on.
though. They came to him, right? So he didn't go out there trying to gather women to have sex trafficking with them. R. Kelly was R. Kelly. Even K. Michelle was looking at. If I think I played it when they were doing the echo, I'm gonna have to break the video down and
Oh yeah,
repost it.
she was living with him back then and shit.
Yeah, and then she looked at him and she was talking about how he looked good and stuff. And she had like she was in love with Robert, and still today she had like she in love with Robert.
She is.
And
That's her news.
but you look at it, they looking at a successful black man. They come around them and they want them. The man ain't gotta do nothing to get some sex. And if this girl wiggling like she wiggling, she been experienced. If she took all Robert meat, she been experienced. I couldn't handle that kind of meat. Why he ain't charge his phone? That's just crazy. Lord. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
I'm
I'm
not. I'm not here to argue what may have or may not have happened. I'm
But
just saying
he
shit
got the
looking kind
check.
of sketchy right now. It's not looking
Somebody,
like what it is, especially when you got to have somebody study a tape that they allegedly own.
and okay, I would want my tape. If I had a sex tape, I would want my tape. I don't want everybody
I
looking at
wouldn't pay
my.
$1 million for my sex tape. I'd be like, put that shit on out. The fuck you talking about?
Girl, if I was him, I would have been like, just put it out, cause y'all niggas done recorded it anyway. Just do what you gotta do. They're just like not Tim. What's his name? Angelo. When Robert kept saying no to them deals, all hell broke loose.
But
All Robert had to say
you
was
know what?
no.
I'm confused. Maybe y'all can help me out because I'm confused about his testimony. It's almost like you saying that he paid you so the tape wouldn't come out, but yet the tape ended up coming.
They
The tape
waiting on a
was out
wheelchair. The
anyway.
lady said a wheelchair coming. She said she put in the order for this morning. It didn't come through. Oh Lord.
So
Oh.
y'all let a tape come out and shit. The tape comes out, so allegedly he has to pay you for what? The tape was already out. And 2008 case didn't base it on that because they already had the goddamn tape.
Stay in the car, don't go nowhere,
That's
so
not
we
what it
can
was
come
about.
down. Why they ain't get them pagans up there, juice now?
In
Why they ain't got them
2008 now,
testified?
well, 2022 now, they feel like they got the missing piece, y'all. Their case is over right now. They're just adding semantics and shit because all
But
they
you
wanted was old girl to say, that's me on the tape and I was this old. Now the rest of this shit that's going on and shit, it really don't fucking matter. Because they got the
mm,
soundbite that they wanted and shit. So they're gonna continue to drive that point and shit. So that's why the criminals are able to get away with shit.
and it's weird that
So for this
everybody
nigga,
getting immunity.
yeah, but he
Yeah.
testifying like R. Kelly was trying to cover some shit up. No, he wasn't. The shit was already out there. What is it to cover up? Why would I tell you go get some tapes and the tape is already out here? Nigga,
Everybody
please.
had them. Everybody got a copy. Even that old black man, Lisa Van Allen. I believe he gonna have that tape, get them tapes, and try to sell them. And I bet you that.
Like that don't make sense, Texas. That does not make sense for me to pay you for
Mm.
some tapes that's already out here on the streets.
It don't make no sense to pay for my shit in his mind because y'all motherfuckers didn't have no business going in there because I would have called the police on your funky asses. I'll be like, okay, do what you gotta do. I'm call the police. Matter of fact, I'm finna call them. I call they bluff. That's why what's that boy name? That short comedian. What's that short comedian name?
Which one?
Kevin Hart.
Oh,
They
Kevin Hart.
tried to they tried to extort him. He called her a bitch. He said, "Bitch, take me to court." And he won. The judge told her to get the hell up out of there. And the robber fight his cases. Yeah, I'm gonna let Mr. J finish talking, y'all, because the more I talk, I heard. Hey, I'm just fine, and
Yeah,
whoever else coming in.
that's my question. I'm wondering like how the fuck does that work? If the tape is already out here and shit, now you got this new tape. You come back, like you said, around 2019, asking for another $1 million before you turn over another tape, obviously, because you got Michael Avenatti as your representative all of a sudden. And he get to
It's
talk about tapes and you to let
it's
him see it
weird.
and watch it.
It's weird because I'm thinking back. Okay, the detective, something happened to him, right? And the accountant, that white lady, she Daryl McDavis knew she was gonna say, I worked through Daryl McDavis because that's where he goes straight to the accountant and get money and get them people them checks and stuff.
It's
So
mighty funny that all these people that work for Daryl McDavid on behalf of him just popping up dead and missing.
mm-hmm,
He killed off witnesses and shit. Did I say that? I mean, yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Did you get a chance to eat? I don't have an appetite.
Like all of these are semantics
Yeah.
at this point in time.
He said if it's hard for me to eat, he said I need to drink some Ensure. But he said if I'm not eating, he gonna admit me back in the hospital. But I ain't coming back to the
I wish the
hospital.
judge had did his job and made prosecution have to work for their win.
I don't
But
understand it.
him
You know
allowing
they
to
said,
have a rotten tomato inside of his courtroom.
but you know how the feds are. You know it's in people's head. They put in people's head that the feds never lose, and they allowed to lie, give immunity to people, and it's sad.
Yeah, and it's the judges. It's the judges that's doing all of this stuff. It's the
Mm.
judges that's sitting there, and when you go to court, 95% of the time the judge is going to be on prosecution side. We just saying this over and
Mhm.
over again. Even when it don't even sound right, they still make it to where they're gonna be on the prosecution
Call
side.
your older sister.
Something has
Tell
to
her
be
I'm
done
on
about that.
live. She been calling. That woman said, "Can you go? Thank you." Yeah, only have 11%.
Like they
So.
talk about prison reform, we need judge reform. We need to get some of these old ass judges off the goddamn bench. It ain't no reason why they get to serve until they die. Like people will point them and then they get to serve until they die and shit.
Mm, it's sad. Thank you, sir, McGill. Thank you.
Like if you gonna get a prosecution everything they want, you might as well not even have a case. You might as well every time somebody accused, you might as well just come and lock them up and shit. You don't need no trial. Fuck you gonna send me through a trial for? You know, waste my time and shit. Like that's what we doing.
I'm just shocked because the main why the star claim to be star witness testified first. They usually let them testify last so it can be in it keep that stuff in the juror's head.
Oh, because they only wanted that one soundbite. She served her purpose. Say that you
Mm,
on the tape and say your age and get off the stand. Anything else, it doesn't matter. Get off the stand now. Okay, now we got to have people testify about tape.
but you know what? If I was a juror, I'd be like, I'd be like, not guilty. They be like, why? Because all these people was extorting this man. The mammies and pappas consent to the stuff. They were living off this man, so they got what they wanted from him, and now they tried to drain him dry. He broke now, so everybody done moved around. So I'll be one of them stubborn. I'll be like, y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm not voting guilty. That's why I say they need all types of people, but they got all these educated people that will look at that tape and the sexual stuff in it. They probably hot and bothered watching it. Some of them probably hot and bothered, but they already know that how people feel about Robert. They know about the New York case, and they can't say they don't. Thank you.
He said, I didn't want it to come out, but allegedly it's out. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand these people. I don't understand. And maybe my brain just don't make sense. It don't make sense to my brain. I don't
Oh
want it
my.
to come out, but it came out anyway. But I'm gonna pay you for some shit that already came out. And
Yeah, I
then
might have to go
you
down into
want to
the
go
emergency room and get a
no,
wheelchair.
you done stitch some clips together
Cause
and
these
shit. You
people
just
slow.
stitch shit together to put your own audio on this motherfucker. And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to pay your ass $1 million for another fake tape. No, this is not what's about to happen.
You can roll that. Yeah, unzip it
That
at the
nigga said it
top.
was two scenes.
No, oh, you see the zip on the side. It's a rolling. You pull it out.
Like, wait, you can't make this shit up. He said it was two scenes. That was it? Just two. And y'all stretched that motherfucker out, didn't y'all? This nigga Michael Avenatti said he had a 45-minute tape. So, damn, you got two scenes. And then when they show up to court, they got motherfucker screenshots of the shit with audio. Hey, K Nicole. Hey, Reba. What's wrong with y'all government?
Y'all ain't bring y'all charger?
What's wrong? And then you gonna throw the black dude in there and shit. You gonna throw the black prosecutor in there. It ain't been a black prosecutor on this
Really?
case the whole time and shit. And all of a sudden you got the black dude in there with his tight ass suit on, and he been in there.
Mm.
The nigga they had you try this case and shit.
I don't know what's going
That would have
on.
been like, nah, nigga, you ain't about to embarrass me like that.
I've been trying to catch up, but so when I get good in it, the pain hit me so hard. Like I was on the phone talking to my dad, and it hit me so hard. I just started screaming. I didn't know which way to turn. I was scared, and my dad just nervous. He trying to call the doctor. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to scare my dad like that. So I'm scared to move. But I was trying to listen to Miss Tracy. I think um I think she was reading Rashonda, and I just they gave me a pain pill, and I just was knocked out. So I didn't get a chance to know everything that's going on. That's why I'm on here now, so y'all can update me on everything. Did you look and see if they had June bug on there?
Hmm?
I said somebody in the chat said June bug was there, his uncle. So I was
Yeah,
saying,
probably sitting inside the court, but he ain't hit the stand.
we ain't hit the stand yet.
Nope, it was only the dude that did the polygraph test in Kansas City
Mm.
with Daryl McDavid in Kansas City.
And since they trying to throw everything on Robin and throw shade, if I was Jennifer, I'd tear their ass up. But Jennifer trying to get them, help get all of them off because if one did something, then everybody gonna be found guilty instead of them working together.
I mean, but when everybody just throwing, like, it just seems like with his testimony, he was
You
just
come
throwing R.
in,
Kelly in there just for the sake of argument and shit. It was almost like the prosecution was
ma'am.
like, I don't care what story you tell, just include R. Kelly. And just make sure you say R. Kelly's name in your testimony. We don't care what else story you tell.
In there. Yeah, my chest hurt real bad, so I don't. It's hard for me to eat. Uh huh. I said my chest hurt real bad. It's hard for me to eat.
That nigga said he was my friend. That's funny. Hmm. This case
So,
get weirder and weirder by the day.
so what the mama say?
Hmm?
What did she? What did Roshonda Lanford mama say?
What,
The
yesterday?
wheelchair finally here.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
After
I'm gonna eat first. They want me to try to eat first. She told me to try to eat,
she said that she
but
wasn't.
somebody's gonna push me down. Um, okay. Okay.
Prosecutors got their ass kicked yesterday, and they think they came back with another good with another spade, didn't they? Think they had another trump card.
The doctor, the doctor come back. We need to keep it another day. I said I do better at home. I want to go home. This woman hollering worse than me. Mr. J, I'm at 9%, but if it, you can keep going. If the, I'll try to plug up my phone. You hear me, Mr. J?
You said what?
My phone is at 9%, but you'll still be on there just in case it go out.
Oh, you getting ready to go home, right?
Yeah, I told them I want to go home. They trying to keep me here. I'm like,
Don't,
no,
don't be trying to
I
break out the hospital.
I don't want to stay here. It seems like I'm hurting worse at this hospital. Only thing they doing is popping pills. I ain't no pill popper. That's all they give me. I can take my pain pills at home in my bed all night long. People poking on you, sticking you, waking you up
you
when
ain't
you try to go to sleep.
you ain't bleeding everywhere, are you?
Yes, I am.
Yep, see there, that's why you got to stay in there. Wait until your
No,
stuff start to clot. Once it start to clot, then you could go on out and go
mm-mm.
home and shit. Until your shit
No,
clot, you can't be out here trying to run out the hospital. Okay,
I
Tupac.
ain't no, I already told the doctor, both of the surgeons. I told my doctor to send me home.
All right now, Tupac. You can't
I
be
don't
out
want.
there.
Mhm. One little hard headed lady stay all night. No, I'm not. I got my clothes on. I'm getting the
And
hell
he
up out of here.
already, yeah, she put a Tupac. She out here.
Um, I told them to come
You
get
got the
me.
bandage all on your head and shit. You like, oh yeah, I got to get out of here.
What the hell is this? They want people to eat here, but they send you slop. Only thing I've been eating is the fruit. I try to eat the fruit at least so I can go home. Then she gonna tell the doctor talking about she ain't even eating. She ain't had no bowel movement. I just looked at her. I said I still want to go home. I eat at home. I'm not finna stay here. Not another night.
They got to make sure everything functioning.
It's functioning. I got my walker. I'm ready to go home.
Trying to be out there busting stitches and stuff and staples and shit. You gotta be.
Cause I ain't gonna move around like that.
Uh-huh.
Make sure I don't come back.
Yep. The first thing she sees something on the wall, she go, I got to get that off the wall. That can't be right there. And what's this right here on? Nah, see, that's why you need to stay on in there. Because everything around you is already to your liking. You'd already cleaned it up before you when you got in there. See? Boom. You got to move.
Let me text my sister. You
Oh,
try to
Texas. The
you
mama
try to
say
be
that she
fun.
wasn't running from R. Kelly. She was running from the press.
Wait a minute. Who said they were run? Yeah.
They said they went out of town to hide from the press. They didn't say they was hiding from testimony. They ain't say they was
Uh,
hiding from the police. They said they was hiding from the press.
mm-mm. I don't even know what this is. Oh, my phone finna die. Mr. J,
Uh,
my phone finna die. When it die, you'll still be on there.
oh, we can convene this at a later date, and you can stay
Mm-mm.
in the hospital for less another day. You know, just another day,
Are you ready to go?
huh?
You ready to go?
Oh, I'm chilling,
Mm.
just chilling,
I'll
doing
answer.
my daily ritual. Yeah, that's right, Reba. I'm trying to tell her. So much for this big conspiracy of getting tapes back. That whole obstruction of justice shit, but is just falling apart, ain't it? They whole way in the first place. This is very interesting. Hey, Miss Fat, how you doing?
I don't want that. Okay. Go ahead and take a seat. I'll give it to you. Yes. You don't want the yogurt or the ice cream? Did they wipe this off? I wipe it down.
See, that's
Okay.
what she gonna be doing. Listen to her,
You want to
y'all.
take that with
That's what
you?
she gonna do at
Yeah.
home. Yeah, yeah, let me
What?
get this wiped off. Let me just wash this dish. I got my walker, y'all. I could just wash this dish. I'm cooking some
Hold
chicken.
one second.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
I ain't thinking about you, Mr. J. Oh,
let
I
me
hope I
just
don't get. I don't want to be bumped.
let
Oh
me just
Lord.
clean the glass out, y'all. I'm just getting some water.
I ain't gonna do nothing the way I'm hurting. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Thank you, sweetheart. You have a good week.
You got your nurse at home? Miss Fat, don't you be encouraging her. We don't need you encouraging her.
Keep making fun of me. All right.
Yeah, don't we know it?
I can't see y'all. I don't know what. Can you hear me, Mr. J?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah. Oh. Yeah, please. I can't handle the bump. Ugh. But this it's weird because you got the mamas. I'm finna get in the elevator, so I know I'm gonna lose signal. I'm going home. 2 nights is good enough. So,
Right, Joe.
mm,
If a nigga be stitched up, he gonna stay the whole week in the hospital.
I don't
And
care.
then I'm there like, yo, I'm gonna milk that shit. I'm like, yeah, the
Mm-mm.
morphine. Pass the morphine.
I ain't even want to take that, and they told me if you want to manage your pain, you gotta take it. I was like, bring me some Tylenol.
I heard that
Um,
shit cause brain damage and shit, but I smoke weed anyway, so it's like, so what?
brother, my brain, look, my brain can't handle nothing else.
I was like, so what? This nigga going out in style.
You're wrong for that one. Oh, you text me back. Miss Fat and everybody else. I'ma stay strong. I'm gonna get up out of here though. Mr. J, I don't. I'm gonna clean up Angel. Cause he's just like you gave birth 6 weeks. Yeah. Well, the doctor told me 8 weeks. He told me 8 weeks. It's shedding off, you guys. Mr. J, you got me?
No, I hope she do. I hope she actually go home and get some rest. Cause she needed. I know she was over there work trying to stay up to speed with Mr. Kelly. At this point, hmm, prosecution, hmm, that obstruction is looking real funny. That obstruction of justice is looking real funny. It don't look like he was trying to hide anything at this point. I think that he had people around him like a Daryl McDavid that was pulling strings, and he probably trusted the wrong people around him and the wrong circle of people at that time. Never know what the situation was back then or what he was told. Yeah, so exactly. That and dedication. If y'all ain't got no more comments, I'm about to finish uh partaking in. Yeah, the government is showing that they really don't have any power at this point in time. Besides those, you know, they can get people to work with them to prove their case and get them immunity and stuff like that. Seems that way. That's fact. No, we know that they wouldn't support us to begin with. See, the thing about it is, if anybody read, and I'm just gonna touch on this very lightly, but if anybody read Daryl McDavid's lawyer's motion and shit, forensic guy for sure. If anybody read Daryl McDavid's lawyer's motion when he was came in to questioning the authenticity of those tapes, why the original tape wasn't provided, what was the change of custody happen? Even you had God just hopped on the stand and just told everybody they didn't know what the original tape was, so they got these tapes instead and shit. Hell, though. To be honest with you, I'll take Mr. Donald Trump at this point in time, and I have a lot of reasons why I will say that. Because at this point in time, Mr. Trump, I'm getting a lot of stuff blamed on him. He getting stuff blamed on him, and I'm not a damn Republican at all. I'm not even a damn Democrat. I don't choose either side. But I tell you one damn thing, he would have pardoned R. Kelly. He can't be that bad because he done let some niggas free. So hey, and more than I could say with Barack Obama. Hmm. Matter of fact, Barack Obama got us in these situations with Ann Donald. Hmm. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Oh, you talk about a Pacific individual, Misfit.
For my phone. So this
Now
was
let me
the
check
one.
out at
That
this
one
point.
I didn't review that
That
one
could have
up.
been
They
anybody.
charged me.
That could have been anybody. Okay, it could have
Uh,
been any the woman. Like,
oh, don't bump.
look, y'all. We keep on hearing about these
I'm
tapes
talking.
with other people, and we ain't never
Uh,
seen these tapes with other people. And then the prosecution say they don't got these tapes with other people, but yet they put that shit inside the indictment, like that shit is, like they got proof of this shit, and they don't have no proof of this shit. This is 2008 all over again. This time with some new created shit from Chuck. Chuck created some new shit, tried to extort this nigga. That's what the hell we dealing with now and shit. So it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game at this point, Lisa. Yep,
who
correct.
in jail? Who in jail now? Mr. J. Didn't they say one of them was in jail? Chuck. Here come a bump. It's a bump.
Oh Lord. See, she caught a bump. That almost took her out. Mm-mm-mm. Miss Fat, talk about a specific individual. now you guys said name. I don't be watching people. I don't be up there listening to people. You know, and be in my own little world, mind my own business. Oh, see, he would. See, Miss Fat. Hey, Monet. Miss Fat. See, I respect his message. So rather somebody let me know that, hey, nigga, I don't like you, instead of acting like they like me and shit. When he said go back, I knew. I was like, okay, you really don't like niggas, but you had to fuck with niggas. But your whole career, you done had to work with niggas. So it's impossible for him to be, a hardcore racist. Now that he used that to get elected to the white people and they got upset about it, they like, hold on, you ain't the hardcore racist we thought you were. Yeah, that's what I think happened. They were like, hold on. Hey, did you just pardon Little Wayne? Oh no, lock this nigga up. He got to go. He got secret files. He like, he got secret files. Uh-uh. See, though, I don't know. See, I'm allergic to seafood. I think you be trying to kill me. You'll be trying to kill me right there. And sausage, I don't eat sausage because I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork at all. But I'm pretty sure Texas eats some. Texas wants some.
Can you hear me, Mr. J?
Yeah, are you okay? Last thing we heard was you hit the bump.
Mr. J.
Can you hear me? Oh, my bad. My bad. Beef sausage. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I see. I see you with the high class living, huh? Spending like $10 for a pack of sausage just for one little sausage. Feel your pain. Oh, you think Michelle pick Ann? I don't know. I never heard Michelle actually speak like a feminist. Like I ain't heard like even when she did her Black Girls Rock speech. I don't know, but I guess I wouldn't doubt it. Going on, Curtis. No, it's Benzino's wife. Hmm. Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, Miss Fat, that is true. I mean, people got a right to feel how they gonna feel, but I know that prosecution is in there doing what prosecutors do. Prosecutors' job is to make somebody look like a evil demonic person. That's their whole job. Go in there to say all the wrong things that they think you have done and shit. And if let's just say if you were just jaywalking across the street, they're gonna say you shot like 10 people and flipped over 10 cars and carjacked somebody. And like I said, you just jaywalked across the street. But prosecution, they paint nice little stories, write little nice little transcripts, bedtime stories. That's what they do for a living.
What Miss Fat talking about? She said, then then oh Lord, slow down. Oh,
I'm with you. I'm with you, K. Nicole. She did Lisa. She did a speech on one of those award shows, but I don't. She didn't show up in person. She did like one of those videos, and that was like they were celebrating all the Black women that have made accomplishments, and she did a little speech on that one. But I never, you know, saw her show up at a Me Too rally or no shit like that. Like I ain't never seen her say Tawana Burke is my friend or shit like that. Now I'm not saying that that connection doesn't exist. I'm just saying that I haven't seen it and shit. Maybe somebody in the chat maybe got some pictures or some shit. Maybe somebody got some pictures and shit. Who popped out with the Michael Avenatti and Gail pictures and shit. So you never know. Yeah, stand up. Everybody getting immunity. They letting all the criminals get immunity at that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. So all the damn criminals get immunity and shit. Shit, that shit don't even happen in mob cases or large ass drug conspiracy cases and shit. Usually the first two, three people that talk, they usually get the best deal. But in this case, you got everybody that done testified got immunity. So that way the public can't say, hey, well, why you didn't charge them? That's almost like the co-conspirator over there that didn't get charged and shit. She ain't get charged, and everybody was like, why she didn't get charged? If she was part of this shit, that's because everybody got immunity that was a real criminal. I wouldn't be surprised if the government didn't set that shit in motion. They was like, yeah, the Me Too movement, the Angel Crawl got there, they was like, we got our target. We need y'all to help us take down the king of R&B. I wouldn't be surprised. Especially for them to have a state case that's involved. All right, okay, Nicole. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, Curtis. See, it's shit like that. Like, they act like that necklace is just so important, and you see other broads around with the same damn necklace. That's almost like, nah, ladies, don't get offended if this is you. Just act like I didn't say this. Just act like you didn't hear this. But anyway, Curtis, that's almost like you look around now, right? Look around at women's pedicures and shit, and you see all these women walking around with white toenail polish. Like everybody and their mama got on white toenail polish, right? So that necklace is like the same thing. That's almost like you see everybody rocking Cubans right now. Everybody rocking these Cuban necklaces and shit. Like 90% of that shit fake. Let's just call it what it is. You hit that shit with the diamond tester, that shit gonna say nothing. It's gonna be silence. But you know, so it's fair to say how they know that it wasn't a gift to everybody. He probably was like, here, he gave, necklace to everybody and shit, Christmas gifts. How you know she ain't go buy that shit herself? She probably just like, damn, that's a nice necklace. I want one of those. Women do it all the time and shit. That proves absolutely nothing. Those alphabet people still, Kelly, they do. Even the ones that complain and be like, I don't understand how leg shake got a whole damn challenge to it. They said he's this, they said he's that. You got people making whole posts about that shit with the fake outrage. Alexa, play shut up. This that should be. Yeah, forensic tech guy. I don't think them videos are authentic at all. It's like almost like I'm going with the first judge and shit. I'm going with what the first judge thought because they couldn't even authenticate it back then. Exactly. Forensic tech guy. Exactly. Matter of fact, that's what I just said. Like they got their whole case already. Everything else is just semantics at this point because they wanted that soundbite out of her. They wanted her to be recognized as the girl on the tape and shit, even if it wasn't her and shit. Hell, it could be one of these women inside the chat. It could be one of them. God damn it. Anybody could have jumped up there and been like, yeah, yeah, that's me. And they would have took it and ran with it at this point. Especially when you're giving all these criminals. Like, you not gonna charge the nigga that just said he made all the copies and gave them shits out? You ain't gonna charge this nigga? Oh, damn. Like, you needed this nigga testimony that bad and shit. And the nigga not in jail or no shit. It's not like they had to go to a penitentiary to go get this nigga or something. No, this nigga been walking around free the whole entire time. Right, Big Red. They all go down. They all up. Every single last one of them. Especially if you want Mr. Kelly to bear some blame and shit. If you want him to bear some blame, then you got to blame everybody. Like everybody got to be held accountable and shit. You just can't pick and choose and shit. Yeah, her own mama said that she didn't recognize. That is correct. So I guess her mom would know. Then she come back, 22 years later, she want to recant her statements and shit because the government put pressure on her and shit, and then promised her all these different types of Section 8s and all these different types of money and immunity and shit from prosecution, never getting prosecuted in life and shit. I believe the tape was altering shit, especially with the audio being added. Especially the audio being added. Like that was a big thing for me and shit. When people said it was audio, I just stopped like, hold on, wait a minute. There was no audio. Where y'all get that from? Especially if you're talking about the one that hit the streets on the from the original tape. But y'all supposed to have the original tape, but y'all don't. So y'all brought just another bogus ass tape in and shit. We don't even know what that like. We need a voice analysis at this point. Like, what the fuck?
Let's see, yeah.
Exactly, Vet. I'm trying to wonder where this audio came from.
Did Mr. J get off, y'all? So, song bitches. You know what, you guys, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll try to come on tomorrow. I appreciate all y'all so big red vet. See, we please, it's hurting. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. J, for coming on. Give me a little information. Mm.